Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you that might get a little bit complex because I do feel like this is about people within a family or within a business, maybe even friends that are working together on a plan. With that card in the middle, you can see the cats are like conspiring together, right? And it's working towards somebody ending up trapped with the Eight of Sky, which is the Eight of Swords. And it all begins with this King of Swords or Sky King in the reverse, which means there's a lie, a sense of, oh, everything will be fine. No, I'm sure we can figure this out. But in reality, we've got people discussing how to not have to deal with this person anymore. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of Winchanta. And just in case it gets a little bit weird, I'm going to say this is for entertainment purposes only. If you would like a personal reading, my email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. They are ad-free, and my email address is in the description box below in case I said that a little bit too quickly for you. And then right below that, you can find out more additional information as far as the 3 tiers of membership that I offer if you're looking for more content. Real quick, if your name is Kylie and you're waiting for a personal reading, I just need you to confirm if you have any questions for it, because I don't want to record one and not give you what you're looking for. So just confirm that, and then I will do your reading for you. All right, let's dive in with the Pulp Tarot and see what else we've got. Also, it's really raining right now, so there may be some thunder. I should probably just add to the mood for this reading. It does feel like there's a lot of intrigue. I've read a lot of books about Queen Elizabeth I and like King Henry VIII, and that's kind of the energy I'm picking up on right now, where it's like there's not a lot of trust or camaraderie. People working together is difficult. 5 of Swords in the reverse, 10 of Cups in the reverse, the Emperor in the reverse. So we might have a CEO who's getting put on leave for doing something embarrassing. This looks like somebody has taken a pretty big misstep, made a mess of a situation, and maybe their friends or colleagues or people that you're related to, and they're like, no, we don't claim that person. Mm-mm. So it's like waking up one day and realizing that you have no friends. Very much so, like one day I'm the coolest and the next day I don't get to sit at that lunch table anymore. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, Star in the reverse, 10 of Swords in the reverse. Okay. Yeah, this is someone's star is falling, or it's like, I think that's all we want to see from you. I think we are going to, terminate your contract or move on to somebody that knows what they're talking about, because we don't think that you do know what you're talking about. Dramatic effect. I love it. And that 3 of Pentacles or 3 of Earth that I was talking about in the beginning, here it is in the reverse. So we were working together. We had a plan. We had some goals, beat last year's sales. And now it feels like you've identified me as like the weakest link, right? Oh, is that Kingly Eagle? What's up? How are you doing? Well, I hope the brother's all right too. We've got 6 of Swords in the reverse, 4 of Wands. Oh no. Okay, there it is. Got it. Okay. 6 of Wands in the reverse, 4 of Wands, the High Priestess. Yeah, I mean, this looks like, we were supportive of you when things were going well, but Six of Swords being in the reverse indicates that things have taken a sharp turn for the worse. So those that helped to lift this person up are now looking at them and saying, you kept a secret or you did things the wrong way. So you know what? We're not going to keep you around. I feel like somebody might be getting fired. What else do we have? 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, Death in the reverse. Yeah, I think we've got someone who's on their own. That 8 of Swords was a cat trapped underneath the roots of a tree, right? And this 9 of Pentacles, it's giving like I am trying to make it seem to everyone around me that it's just fine that I'm on my own. This could also be someone who's very materialistic. But this is someone whose like smile is wiped off their face. 2 of Pentacles, all of a sudden they have to find a way to stabilize, to make sure everything's okay. But I feel like it's been a bit of a struggle. And with Death in the reverse, clarifying the 10 of Swords in the reverse, it's like the hits keep on coming. There's just more and more pressure being added to the situation. All right, this is the Path of Shadows. Hello, Terra by Nature. How are you doing? Hey, Laura. How's it going? Thank you for commenting on my stupid rejected thumbnail pictures yesterday. I might have to do that more often. Okay, so action, bravery, determination, and enigma. Oh, that's weird. Enigma, adaptability, shape-shifting. I don't like that. Yeah, there is an attempt to reinvent oneself or claim, I wasn't there, I didn't do that, or, I've got someone who will give me an alibi. But I think they're up against something that they're not able to defeat. So I think they're freaking out. And the 3 of Pentacles, the people around them, they're like, I don't know if you're going to be able to figure this one out. I don't know if you're going to be able to make this right. Crystal ball, intuition, clairvoyance, focus. Wow, this is weird. Potion, transformation, resourcefulness, change. There's a major change. This is like saying, okay, sorry, nobody really likes you anymore, so we're going to have to hire someone else. We're going to have to part ways. But what's weird is this Path of Shadows deck, the majority of the cards are like this skeleton one. You can't probably see it very well, but it's a whole line, right? Like a whole sentence that comes with the cards. But there are a couple of them, like all 4 of these that I pulled, where it's 3 words only, right? Was it action, bravery, determination? I feel like number 3 is really important because all of these, there's 3 words on it, right? It's like there's 3 votes. There's 3 people who are like, we're done. I don't think we want to work with that partner. I don't think we want to deal with that person. I don't think we can be friends with that person anymore. They make this decision and then it's like, I vote for a change. There's nothing left that we can do with this. It's just not working out. They tried to make it work or, balance things out with the 2 of Pentacles, but they failed. The Star is in the reverse. So there could be someone who feels like they're getting canceled. There could be somebody who feels like a mistake they made is just like too big to come back from. I agree. Hello, Dan. How's it going? Hello, Nathaniel. What's your day like? You getting storms too? All right, we've got grip, anchor, chains weighed down, poison, toxic, unhealthy behaviors, and people. Magnetic, unexplainable pull, can't resist. So someone gave in to temptation, and it's this toxic behavior or toxic person that really has them stuck like that 8 of sky. This is the person who's getting ousted, who's not going to be part of the friend group anymore. Makes me think of the movie Heathers. If you haven't seen it, you should probably check it out. But giving into temptation or a lack of self-control is putting this person in the hot seat, causing, I think, a big shakeup with regards to what they do for work or whether or not they got the friends they used to have. You've got triggers. There's something here as far as like sealing this person's fate that is tied to transportation or someone's name. Searching online, looking for info, records, entrapment, and retaliation. Lord, okay. So part of the reason, what are we going to call this person? The Emperor and the reverse, or the 9 of Pentacles? We'll go with the Emperor in the reverse. Part of the reason they're stuck or in a difficult situation is they don't have control of the information. So we can obviously align this to the thing that's going around everyone's social media right now, which is the CEO dude. Again, entertainment purposes only. But you can't put this cat back into the bag when the entire internet is like memifying your life choices, right? This is one of those storms that someone's just going to have to ride out. But with entrapment and retaliation, I'm worried that there's something that they haven't anticipated. Someone who's like, oh, you're in trouble. This is perfect for me. I'm going to make it worse for you, and then I'll get what I want out of it. It's like a friend or 3 of them are turning their back because this difficult thing has happened and saying, well, having a bad day already, we could probably just like also like steal their wallet. This is taking advantage of someone in a difficult situation because you can. Because maybe I want to be CEO instead of you, because maybe I never really liked your stupid dad jokes. I actually love dad jokes, so I can't say that. Hello, Realm of Bedlam. Hello, Voyager. How's it going? Hello, Vicky. All right, let's go with the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. What else do we have? Wow. Yeah, I know, right? 7 of Pentacles and the reverse. Queen of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this is taking advantage of a difficult moment when there's already something distracting this person, right? Like, oh, you're dealing with a cold and arguing with your brother. So I can do this thing to make your life just a little bit more complicated. And maybe then you'll kind of fumble what you're working on, right? But this is someone who was a friend. The Queen of Cups, this is a reference to somebody's friend. So we could have had somebody that recently was promoted. We could have had somebody that was in a role that other people felt was not appropriate, like they didn't have the qualifications. I can't say that word without imagining it spelled with koala at the front. Eight of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. So this is work that is done, Eight of Pentacles, to put somebody in the Five of Pentacles. Push them out. I don't want you to work for this company anymore. I don't want you to be a part of this crew anymore. I don't want you to hang out with my family anymore. I don't want you around. So make things worse is basically the goal here, right? Make this person have more of a problem and feel like they have to walk away, feel like they have to start over somewhere else. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Cups in the reverse. What if I told you that you could get everything that you wanted, but the only thing that you had to do in order to get what you want is throw a friend of yours under the bus? What's that, Mark Zuckerberg? You're I totally knew you'd say that. Entertainment purposes only. This is somebody who's like, oh, okay, so all I have to do is not help this person and then I make more money? That sounds great. I'll do that. I don't recommend it, people. I think we have a lot of bad karma circling these people because this is petty, retaliatory type energy, right? Knight of Cups, Four of Swords, Six of Cups. Yeah. There's an offer made that is too good to resist. This is like, hey, I know you've been best friends with that person who's like super famous. Why would you do that? I mean, I'm kind of actually tempted to delete that, to be honest. Just, because this is like, okay, everything I've ever wanted, put in a little box, tied up with a nice ribbon. But all I have to do is spread some gossip about a friend that I kind of only medium like. Okay, why not? So betrayal. Because I can get further ahead, because I can make more money, because I can have more power, because I can have, a better LinkedIn page. Two of Pentacles, Nine of Swords in the reverse, and the King of Swords. See, this is a short-term victory. This is like, okay, so we can make this change. We can make this pivot in a different direction. We can boot this person from the group or from the company, but there are new problems that sprout up or that begin almost immediately. Why? Because you took this in an underhanded, dishonest way. So, this feels like the business version of, I can't believe someone cheated on me, even though when we first got together, we were both cheating to be together. This is somebody who can't believe that if they are taking advantage of a situation and abandoning their morals, that maybe it won't go well, All right, let's get a few from the Gold Foil Tarot. What else do we have? Five of Pentacles, You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Hanged Man in the reverse. 8 of Pentacles. Hey man, it's just business. Sorry, we got to do what's right for the brand. Yeah, this is someone who felt like they would be able to navigate this. They would be able to weather the storm, that they had people that would, have their back or come up with a strategy. And instead it's like, no, man, you're totally on your own. Because people want what you have. King of Wands. 7 of Pentacles. 2 Swords. Yeah, I feel like this is someone else who wants to be in that role or take that place, leader of the pack style. So what do I have to build up, or what do I have to do to make this person seem even less desirable as the CEO or the leader or whatever, so that I can be that? 10 of Swords in the reverse again. I thought I was going to be able to recover from this. I thought it was bad, but at least somebody would stitch me up. And instead they pushed me off a cliff. This is like, okay, whoops. Shouldn't have trusted my friends, because they aren't friends. Page of Wands and the King of Pentacles. This is about money. Money, power, status. It's too much to resist. I can't turn away from this. I know that it requires me to be, disloyal, but if that's how it goes, that's how it goes. I do feel like we've got somebody who runs from the consequences and maybe seeks out a hiding place. With this 4 of Swords, I'm really focused on somebody trying to find a quiet place where no one knows them. Thinking about that John Legend song, I don't know what it's called, but he's singing about going to a place where no one, is it literally no one knows our face, or no one will know us, whatever. Oddly enough, a song about cheating. Yeah, this is somebody who feels like, after I've been rejected or let down by my friends or my coworkers or whoever I was hoping I could count on, now I realize I'm on my own. So I've got to find a little hole in the wall place to hide and avoid all of this attention. High Priestess, moving in silence, because there was a secret here that is no longer secret. Page of Cups in the reverse. I do feel like there's depression or frustration to the extreme. This is the Golden Lenormand. What else do we have? Hey, Steve. Hello, Anne. How you doing? That's awesome. There's some really amazing art that I found on tarot cards. I think if you really like the artistic ones, the Wild Reflections is one of my favorites. Trying to find you my favorite. I love this depiction of the Sun card. I feel like there's a way of sticking to the original intent of a card, like the card's meaning, but they are a bit creative with it. All right, I digress. So we've got the man, number 28. Does not have to mean that we are literally talking about a man. So take the energy as it fits your story. But this could be about the fact that this is decision making. This is, I have to, run things. And maybe I need to remove emotion from it because somebody's just thinking about money here, right? That's true. Yes. I haven't bought that one yet, even though that was one of the first ones I recognized from other channels. I don't know why I haven't got that one yet. I suppose there's some similarities. So we have number 32, the moon. If I hadn't kept this secret, then maybe things would be better. If I hadn't given into this temptation, then maybe things would be better. This is something that followed the Emperor in the reverse around, waiting to cause trouble. It's like they were walking around with an activated grenade in their bag, and it just happened to take like 7 years for it to take effect. There's something weird about your actions not having consequences immediately, but coming back around. And here we are. Now there's a whole lot of people talking about it. All right, let's see what else we've got. This is the Kipper. No, but I need to. I'll try to do that after this reading. I used to play that a lot. I was still pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Number 20, house. Marriage in the reverse. Someone who's stepping out. This is like a person who has a family, giving into temptation and stepping out on their marriage. This could also talk about, this could be about intellectual property. So if someone were to have broken the contractual obligations they had regarding information of the companies, they could be, booted. If you mess with the brand or the perception thereof, we're going to probably go with something new. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, there's an elephant in the room, and I'm trying not to say that because I just don't want to touch that subject. But the fact that there is the little girl here is concerning for me. So there could be some age concerns. And again, there's something here about somebody taking a trip. So you're out of town, you're traveling somewhere you were not supposed to, or you're visiting someone you claimed you stopped talking to. There's something about this decision or pursuit of something in a different town. All right, let's see. This is the truth is. Yes, I do. Generally more so in personal readings. All right, what else do we have? Slow down. Rushing will ruin this connection. Children are involved or soon will be. So whatever this issue or problem or setback is, it could have to do with somebody's family life. It could be impacting children, but they're rushing things and it's not helping at all. It's making things worse. And this is about a secret double life. I didn't want anybody to know that I was seeing another person. I didn't want anybody to know that I was hanging out with a coworker, right? Whoops. Now people know. Did I do that? This is the Gilded Reverie. What else do we have? This is standing by and just kind of watching somebody go through a difficult period of loss and doing nothing. So I'll tell this in a story that is actually quite comical. But the general sentiment here is if you see a friend or somebody that you claim to be a friend struggling or having issues and you turn your back on them, I would consider you to be pretty heartless. Maybe these aren't friends, whatever. It's business. But when I was 21, I fell down the staircase in the middle of a bar on New Year's Eve. I was at the top of the stairs and I fell all the way down the L-shaped stair, all the way to the bottom. And my best friend was standing at the top of those stairs, watching me as I flipped over and rolled down these stairs drunkenly. And she pointed and laughed at me, okay? Now, we may or may not still be friends, but me personally, I might have chuckled as I ran down to try to help my friend, but she capitalized on it for her own laughing at me reasons, right? This is somebody who sees their friend take a huge tumble. This is not an easy thing to go through, and it could impact their livelihood, right? But instead of offering help, the friends are like, sucks to be you. Anyway, and going on about their life, right? Because they see the ending happening for this friend and they see it as an opportunity. Oh, well, if you're not in the competition anymore, then all of a sudden I'm number one. All of a sudden now I maybe get what I want. So sorry about whatever happened to you, but goody. They're celebrating. They see it as a thing that could help them. Yeah. It's let nature take its course. We don't have to intervene. We can just, smile and wave, but we're not going to help this person. All right. I guess it do be like that sometimes. Let's see what advice this person's going to get from Zodiac fortune telling cards. Be very kind when you meet your newest friend. This might be a little bit of a struggle for the Emperor in the reverse. I do feel like they're in a vulnerable, very combative mood right now, or energy. Be very careful in what you tell others. They already messed that one up, okay? Let's be real. Done. There's maybe more that they have to be fearful of, but this is someone who they cannot get the information back. They cannot change things or go back to how it was. This is already escalated, right? There could be more, though. You have or will receive unexpected pleasure. Guest coming means trouble. See, I feel like this is someone bringing an offer or bringing a gift or bringing some sort of hey, I brought you a pie because I know you're having a rough day, but I'm here to let you know that we all voted you out. It feels to me like this is an apology gift. That's not really a sincere apology. It's hey, here's some pineapple upside down cake because we booted you from the company and stole all your stock options. You still want to go and check out Applebee's this weekend or no? This is the end of a partnership, a clique, family tradition. There's something here that is changing dramatically, and it is because somebody who's been leading a double life is exposed, and the other people benefit from just being like, that's all right. That's what you did. You're gonna have to like probably face that music. Hey, Lemonade. Hey, Steve. How you doing? All right, so I'm gonna leave that one there. Remember, entertainment purposes only. Thank you for liking the video and subscribing, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.